You probably don't want to hear this, but remote work is making developers more miserable than corporate office ever did. Here is the uncomfortable truth that most people don't want to admit. The problem isn't the location. It is that you are still an employee, just isolated. I speak with Fortune 500 executives every week, and they are noticing something alarming. Remote developers are reporting higher stress, lower job satisfaction, and more burnout than their office-based counterparts. By the end of this video, you will understand the remote work illusion breakdown system that reveals why geography can't fix consciousness problem. Before we dive in, let me show you why this matters with real results. This is Samuel, a software engineer who thought remote work would solve his corporate frustration. After 2 years of remote employment, he was more burned out than ever. Using what I am about to share, he discovered the real issue wasn't his location, it was his employment mindset. He's now a conscious entrepreneur working truly remotely while building meaningful impact. The data is staggering. Microsoft's 2024's Work Trend Index reveals that 54% of remote workers report feeling lonely. 39% say they are overworking, and remote employees' turnover is 25% higher than that of in-office workers. This is mind-blowing, and people will not believe this. The remote work paradise is a marketing campaign, not a solution. Hi, I'm Eric Baykes, and I was once a DevOps consultant working with numerous Fortune 500 companies like Western Union, Equifax, and Blue Cross Blue Shield, among others. I am now a conscious business mentor and a life coach who helps professionals start their own business, especially in the AI domain. Here's the brutal reality most remote developers face. You traded office politics for home isolation, commute stress for always being available. The promise was freedom. The reality is digital imprisonment. From my coaching practice, I am seeing a disturbing pattern. Remote developers working longer hours, taking fewer breaks, and feeling more disconnected from purpose than ever before. The location changed, but the fundamental problem, trading time for money while building someone else's dream, remained exactly the same. I went through this phase myself when I didn't have to travel to be on site for a particular client I'm working with. But here's what kills me. Brilliant developers think the solution is better home office setups, productivity apps, or work-life balance techniques, when the real problem is that remote employment is still employment. You are still dependent on someone else's schedule, priorities, and vision for your life. The beautiful thing about recognizing this illusion is that it opens the door to what remote work was supposed to provide: actual freedom, meaningful work, and location independence. However, you can't get there as an employee regardless of how remote you are. So here's the remote work illusion breakdown system that reveals why location can fix consciousness problem. Illusion number 1, location equals freedom. That is the biggest lie. That is working from home equals to freedom. Remote employees are still bound by someone else's schedule, meetings, deadlines, and priorities. You are geographically flexible but existentially trapped. From my coaching practice, I see developers who can work from Bali but still can take Tuesday afternoon off without permission. That is not freedom. That is just a prettier prison. Illusion number 2, technology solves human connection. Here is what the remote work evangelists won't tell you. Slack, Zoom, digital collaboration tools create the illusion of connection while actually increasing isolation. You are more connected to technology and less connected to humans than ever before. One of my clients, Albert, spent 2 years in remote development roles, feeling lonelier than he did in corporate offices. The problem wasn't the tools. It was that employment-based relationships are transactional, whether digital or physical. Let's move on to illusion number 3. Productivity equals fulfillment. Remote work culture obsesses over productivity metrics while completely ignoring purpose and meaning. You can optimize your home office, refine your workflows, and maximize your productivity while still feeling completely unfulfilled. After 20 years in tech and 4 years in coaching conscious professionals, I have discovered that the most productive remote workers are often the most miserable because they are efficiently building someone else's vision instead of their own. Illusion number 4, work-life balance is possible as an employee. Come on, guys. The cruelest joke of remote work is that it promises work-life balance while actually making it impossible to establish boundaries. When your home is your office, your bedroom is your conference room, and your kitchen table is your desk, work doesn't end. It metastasizes. This exact realization helped me understand that the problem wasn't my workspace setup. It was that the employee mindset makes true balance impossible, regardless of location. Now, the illusion number 5, remote employment is the end goal. Here's the breakthrough insight. Remote work isn't the solution. It is training for entrepreneurship. The skills you develop working remotely, self-discipline, digital communication, autonomous productivity are precisely what you need to build your own conscious business. This understanding helped me transition from a remote employee to a conscious entrepreneur. I realized that if I could be productive for someone else's business remotely, then I could even be more productive building my own purpose-driven enterprise. So here's the consciousness solution. The real opportunity isn't better remote employment. It's using remote work experience as a bridge to conscious entrepreneurship. You already possess the location independent skills. You possess the technical skills. Now you need to integrate business building and consciousness to create actual freedom. Now, if you're serious about transforming remote work frustration into freedom, here's what I recommend. I have created the comprehensive remote work reality check guide, which includes the exact framework for recognizing these illusions, transition strategies, and conscious practices I use with my coaching clients who seek true location and time independence rather than just working from home. This isn't just theory. It's the same system I used from being a remote DevOps engineer and cloud architect who felt trapped despite having location flexibility to building my own conscious business coaching practice. I transitioned from being isolated and unfulfilled in a remote corporate role to creating meaningful work that aligns with my values while offering genuine freedom. I am also offering complimentary remote freedom strategy sessions where we will analyze your specific situation and create a personalized pathway for you to transition from remote employment to conscious entrepreneurship. I usually charge $200 for these consultations, but I am gifting them to visionary professionals who understand that location flexibility without purpose is just comfortable imprisonment. I cannot say this enough. The link is in the description below. Here's what I've learned from my 6+ years building my own location independent business and coaching hundreds of professionals through this transition. The developers who thrive in the remote era aren't the ones who perfect remote employment. They are the ones who use remote work experience as a launching pad for their conscious entrepreneurship. Let's transform your remote work frustration into actual freedom through conscious business building. The skills you've developed working remotely are exactly what you will need to build the life you actually want. And if this video shattered your illusions about remote work and lit a fire under your entrepreneurial dreams, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Share this with any remote developer who needs to hear this truth. And make sure you are subscribed because every week I drop frameworks that help conscious professionals break free from employment and build businesses that actually matter. Your journey from remote employee to free entrepreneur starts now with recognizing that you can't solve a consciousness problem by changing your zip code. It's not that simple. Thank you for your continued support. Namaste.